Testing. Okay, everything seems good so far. Make sure I get nice and lined up in the chair how I want to be. Okay, I seem in position. Okay, what I like to talk about today, off the top of my dome, is uh, you know, thrift stores and stuff. So thrift stores, they bring in a bunch of old clothes that they don't clean and they don't tell you, thank God. So they bring the clothes in from a bunch of dead people or kids that grew out of their clothes or their parents. They, just sent them off to people in need that need clothes probably. Or just a bunch of weird stuff in general, like electronics, furniture, etc. You name it, they probably have it. Even game consoles. I've seen a lot of game consoles, but there are a lot of them are like locked up, so make sure people don't take them or anything because those are a lot more valuable than like some of the other stuff. And then the other electronics, they have them like on like a display thing, but those ones are mostly like broken or need change of batteries or in very bad condition. Stuff that's not super important, not like Xboxes or anything like that. That makes total complete sense. I feel like if it's not broken, let's lock it up to make sure no one does anything bad to it. And then if someone wants to look at it, just go grab somebody and then they'll open it up and oh, look at all these games that connect to this game system. It's very nice. I feel like it's very fit and fits very well together. And then yeah, the other electronics, I like how it is. They're just sitting there, the broken stuff like a DVD player, cassette tape, like something that's not like too valuable, but it's valuable enough that you can bring it to a thrift store and then some other person they can hand it over. I feel like that's great. You're just using valuable stuff that once used to be in prime condition is now lessened, and then you can give it on to someone and they can use it. Make use to it. I'm just rambling. So yeah, thrift stores are pretty good. I used to make a lot of jokes like, what if you go to a thrift store, you look at the clothes, you find like some dead person's finger or something in there. But it is a very uncomfortable thing, like a very serious thing to really think about. Where are some of these clothes and items from these people? Where do they actually come from? You can't really tell who they are from. It's from a person just getting rid of their shit because they have too much stuff and no room, or just want to clear everything out, or if it actually is from like a dead person mostly, which is very questionable at times. It makes me very, suspicious. And a lot of stuff too I really like, but you really have to be very suspicious about within those stores or the DVDs. DVDs, you can never tell most of the time. I'm pretty sure there's special ways. I've seen it on channels, certain cleaners or certain disc readers that can get rid of scratches, like very, very crazy expensive stuff that can really fix your items. But most everyday person doesn't have stuff like that, like, a DVD scratch remover, that just doesn't really work. But it's very valuable, I think. But those DVDs at the thrift stores, you look at them and then you're like, oh, shoot, this one that looks pretty clean. I don't see many scratches. I might be able to use this. And some of them you really, oh, I like this movie. And then you open it up and, oh, God, there's scratches everywhere. There's like indents, like someone just scraped their teeth, like digged a hole underground, like holes or something. You know what I mean? So it could be a bummer sometimes, I feel like. It can be a very big bummer. And then this mic better not be in my face, like covering everything. But yeah, it can be a very big bummer sometimes seeing stuff like that, and you just don't know how is that gonna work. And then Halloween time comes around, and then you go to the stores, and then you put all that aside out of the way. You're like, I don't even care anymore. You find like a bunch of like antique clothes and costumes you haven't seen in like 20 years. You just can't believe it. They have so many like freaking antiques and like pumpkins and all these Halloween decorations for half off. You know what I mean? It's like a dream come true. It's like Christmas on Halloween. And then yeah, that's just, you know, that's a cool thing. And then I used to go to the thrift store, and then we used to go. They on the walls. They used to have all these little baggies, and the bags just have like $5 toys, and you used to mix it up with a bunch of random stuff. Sometimes I get like pieces of like hard clay in there. Sometimes I'll get like actual cool action figures, like a Fantastic Four figure or something, or and sometimes it would be get a Barbie, which I'm not complaining, but rather have the Ken. I feel like or like a GI Joe or something. And sometimes I'll get like a Spider-Man, and then my days is everything's complete at that point. So yeah, that's really, really and then the vibe of the antique stores, I feel like it's just extraordinary. It's out of this world. It's not like prime new, like it has like depth to it. It has like a story. I feel like people because you know how they like say like a Walmart for instance, they build a new Walmart and then the Walmart is like you can tell there's like no character within it because it's too new. Maybe the area around it might have some character, but the store itself it's just too new to the point where there's nothing to really tell. It's just a blank slate for endless amounts of stories of kids running around breaking stuff and screaming at the top of their lungs they want this toy. But that doesn't really happen till within time. Not even money can do something like that. You know what I mean? Not even Mr. Beast can do that. He can't just run out a store that's super new and just opened up and just let's bring in a whole bunch of people and just add character to it and have the store age over time. Like that's just a natural process. Like you can destroy the store, but that's just destroying the store. You can't just break windows and stuff like that. You need character. You need to look at the white tile at the Walmart. You got to see the scrapes from those carts of people just scraping down, you know, or like switching aisles like they're playing Mario Kart or something. That's character. That's definitely character. And then yeah. So that's how I feel about thrift stores. They have so much character to add. Even like right when they open up, even though it takes like a process, they still have those items within character within people because the items are so old or used or have a story to tell. You know what I mean? It's a great. I know this chair is just bothering me. That's why I move around a bit. But yeah, it's just so much character. And then what else is in thrift stores? Oh yeah, sometimes they have those like weird I got hiccups, my bad. Those weird little places where you can, go like I forget what it's called. You can go in, you can change and stuff like that. Oh great. Yeah, I had to reposition because yeah, someone's using the room apparently now and they're sleeping. So yeah, the thrift stores yeah, I just liked how the way they look, like the aesthetic. It has like a very nice calming vibe to it. You feel very welcomed. Anyone from any category, religion, or etc. can come into this store and they can basically they can find something just for them. Whatever they can find a story just for them, or oh, I used to have that. You know what I mean? Like oh, I remember that. Like my kid used to read that book. I used to have that VHR thing, whatever VHS. Ah, fuck. And then oh that DVD player. I remember I used to put that stuff in and I have one DVD player right there. Let me get it right now. Yeah, so I have this DVD player, you know what I mean? It's charging, but it opens up. It's like a portable DVD player. I highly recommend getting one of those because they're very good to use. You can pretty much take it anywhere as long as you bring your charger and make sure everything's charged. It should be good. And then yeah, and then sometimes I don't know. It's just like this. The store has certain things, and the people you meet there, you either meet the homeless people, you either meet like the people that check out. They all have a story to tell. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel very fast paced like most of the world. I feel like it's very very well put together for every person in a way. Yeah. And then you know what else reminds me of the thrift stores is, the DVD stores, Blockbuster, all that stuff. I don't know why they even get rid of that stuff. I know it doesn't bring in much money, but they at least have like, like some type of thing at this point, like at least have like a store, like a museum. They only have like one Blockbuster left and it's like a museum. Well, they have more stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like tell the history or at least have like an online website or something. I know we have like YouTube and stuff. We can go through the whole genre of Blockbuster, the rise and fall and all that, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's enough. It doesn't really do it justice in a way, they should do more to tell its story about Blockbuster. Used to go in, it used to be like a giant, they used to be like experience. Used to go in, pick out your favorite DVD, and then you have to force your parents, and they say, oh, you can't watch this one, you know what I mean? And then finally be like, okay, you can watch it. And then you'd be like, yay. And then you go home, you watch it, and you're like, oh shit, maybe they were right. Or sometimes it's just, oh shoot, I'm glad I didn't listen to them. I'm glad I watched Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean? I'm glad I watched all those horror movies without their permission. So yeah, that gives me like the same vibe. And then yeah, it's just the simplest stuff in life does the most. I feel like the simplest stuff does the most. And then I don't know. I could have sworn they used to have like a whole bunch of like pizza parlors next to these types of places, thrift stores, or the Blockbuster. And then right after that, you get yourself some like pizza. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole buffet. You know what I mean? Like Little Caesars on steroids, but you get to pick out all your favorite pizzas. You know what I mean? It's like hot and ready. You know what I mean? Just like Little Caesars, but better because you have the experience. It's like a restaurant. You know what I mean? That's another thing. They do the opposite. How am I supposed to explain it? They do the opposite than simplifying things. We think we might make stuff simple by just, hey, let's do this online. We can rent DVDs online. We can have Blockbuster online. The thrift store, we can just, I don't even know an example for the thrift store, I'm be honest. But they just, no, we can just throw this away, put it in, like some stuff they try to make it oversimplified to the point where it's complicated, I feel like. They think they're doing one thing, but it might be doing the opposite in some scenarios. You know what I mean? Sometimes maybe it's good just to have the pizza parlor restaurant and you get to pick out, your five hot and ready fucking pizzas, and you have the experience of the restaurant. And I guess, I don't know, some people don't have the time for that. They'd rather just go home, go on YouTube and do that at that point. And that's their experience for the day. And then, I don't know, that's a little sad. And then I don't know, I like this setup. This is great. Yeah, it has just enough light. I like the other setting too, but I just like the place. The light is bad. At least this one has natural light, you know what I mean? Like the sun, don't get me wrong, the sun's disgusting, but the experience of the natural light bringing within the camera and this whole background, it has like those shades, those blinders that put in just a little inch of light. It gives it like a 3D, like a pop effect. You know what I mean? It's very nice than just a flat background or just a blank curtain. But sometimes I like curtains, but they have to have like a little style to it, like a little curve, or it can't just be like look like you're hanging a blanket on the wall or something. I did see people do something like that though. They get a bunch of thumbtacks and they just put it on their window and they just pop them on the wall. Yeah, I mean, that's that plant. Just maybe just get a curtain. I don't know how much curtains are, but there's gotta be. Go to Goodwill. Get yourself a nice curtain. They might have a curtain. You never know. It might be infested with a bunch of you know feces or God knows, you name it. But they might have something for you at Goodwill. I guarantee it. And then at that point, you can pick up yourself a new bike with broken wheels because they always have broken wheels out there. and maybe a new countertop. You can stick your something on. Maybe you can stick your TV on some of the furniture you got at Goodwill. You know what I mean? You never know. Might just work out. And then, yeah, last night I was watching Napoleon Dynamite, and it really goes to show the simplicity of some of the filmmaking within that movie. It's just I hate this chord. It's just everywhere, just banging into everywhere. But it really shows the simplistically. Fuck, I can't talk. Very simply, how the movie projects itself. You know what I mean? There's no crazy editing effects. There's no crazy story. It's just a day in the life. Sometimes simplicity makes it really pop. Sometimes simplistically might be better. Sometimes maybe trying too hard within the simplicity. Fuck, can't even say the word. I am terrible at like saying words. I have like a defect where I can't like say words properly. If that makes sense. I like slur everything wrong, or um, when I speak, like I choke on my own spit, stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes they think they're doing something simple, but it's making it more complicated. Like some of these cars are getting too complicated with the technology. We don't need to do this anymore. We don't need to turn on the rate. We don't need to drive the car anymore. We have someone else do it. But sometimes, what if it's too? It's not simple enough. You know what I mean? What if that's not the case? What if we're not supposed to be doing that? You know what I mean? You don't really know. So yeah, where was I even on the topic of point? So simplicity, talking about cars. Oh yeah, that movie I was watching is very simplistic within its style. It knew exactly what it was doing. It knew exactly what it wanted to tell. Oh shit! You want to be in my video? You want to be in my video for my class? Oh shit! I like I can hear it on the mic. Say something. Yeah, that definitely. Yeah, I can hear it. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, but I'm talking about thrift stores. Yeah, and how like the dead people clothes you put the clothes are all dirt, but they don't clean them. You know what I mean? They don't clean the clothes. They do? Oh shit. I guess they do clean the clothes. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, the simplicity of it. I think I'm just gonna end it off right there. Peace.